Hello, everyone. Hello, TikTok. Hello, YouTube. How's everyone doing? Today, we're going to talk all about how you can work a full time job as well as create an income online for yourself on the side. And believe it or not, it's really not as hard as you may think. The hardest part about it is actually scheduling time, right? Because if you have a full time job and you have a family, right? Family first, of course, but then again, because you have a job, you need that income. So that has to be first. And then you have like all these priorities and you're trying to make your business your priority, but you have everything else just it's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's tough to juggle, right? And I struggle myself with consistency. And that's what you need in this business. If you can figure out how to be consistent and do the steps that we teach you, you can be successful and you can start to create the income that you really want to make and that what you deserve to make. Now, I am live on both TikTok and YouTube. And YouTube, because this is a faceless channel, this is why you're not seeing my face, right? So I'm just doing a little screen sharing. And what you're seeing are successes in the community. And what's great about this program is a lot of people are having success. And the reason for that is because they are legit following a step by step blueprint. And what that means is this program is beginner friendly. It it is geared towards people that have never had an income, that have never created an income online before. And thank you so much for joining. If you are on TikTok, um, yeah, obviously, whether it's TikTok or YouTube, if you guys have any questions while I'm going over anything, definitely let me know in the comments. And let me know if you are joining, where you are coming from. I am live in Pennsylvania, right outside Philadelphia, but just got back from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because my daughter goes to school close to there. She goes to college. So we had an exceptional vacation. The weather was great. But the bad part is I'm not going to be able to see her until Thanksgiving. And the reason for that is because I can't take the time off of work, which is why I'm doing this business. And, I'm looking for, I've 52 years old, three kids in college, and two of them go kind of far, 10 hours, 5 hours away. And next weekend, I'm actually going to be dropping my other daughter off at school, and I'm not going to see her till Thanksgiving. And again, this is why I'm doing this business, because to allow me a little bit more freedom in my life. And I consider myself kind of lucky in a way because I have a great job. I actually don't mind my job, but the problem is I don't get enough vacation time, right? And let me know in the comments. Give me a 1 if you don't get enough vacation time in your job. And I don't think there's ever enough. And it's different when your kids go off to college because it's just different, right? I don't know. That's just me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Um, Thank you guys so much for joining on TikTok. I appreciate it. So on YouTube, again, the reason why you're not seeing my face is because it's a faceless channel. So it would only make sense, right? So what you're seeing are the successes in the company, in our community, actually. So what we're talking about today is building an additional income stream around a full-time job. And like I was saying before, if you have other priorities, it's hard, right? Having consistency, because obviously your job has to come first because that's where you're getting paid, right? So what's different about this is we expose you to many different marketing. You see, what happens in a lot of programs is they only teach you one way of marketing. And it's good and it's bad. It's good because it's not overwhelming, but it's bad because maybe that's not what you want to do, right? Like if they're strictly teaching Instagram, maybe you're not interested in learning how to market on Instagram. What's cool about our community is we teach you Instagram, Pinterest, faceless marketing, which I know a lot of people are interested in. In fact, I'll actually show an entire course that we have. Um, no matter what program you decide to purchase, I'm going to go through the faceless module that you get no matter what program that you decide to purchase. And what's cool about it is even if you're not faceless, the program still works. The program will teach you exactly what you need to know. So we teach, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn, believe it or not, Facebook, all the platforms, YouTube and TikTok, all the platforms, which is pretty cool. And um, and the best part is we teach you how to grow from zero all the way until whatever. And the key is if you can be consistent in your business and not put so much pressure on yourself, like not have a thing of like, well, if I don't make a sale in a month or if I don't make money in a month, then I'm quitting. Because you know what? The reality is you are learning a new skill set. And sometimes that takes time. For me, when I started my online journey 10 years ago, I kind of bounced back and forth. Well, maybe I want to market on Facebook. Maybe I want to market on YouTube. Maybe I want to market on whatever app was popular at the time 10 years ago. And it took me personally a little bit of time to figure out what makes sense to me. And believe it or not, and I hate writing, but I actually chose blogging because I knew that that's what was hot at the time. And that's where people were really starting to see success. And I hate writing, but I was able to make it work because I learned the skills on how to make it work. And we expose you, whether you want to do video, faceless or show your face, whether you want to do live streams or TikTok. And again, it's all beginner friendly. And what's great about this is once you learn these skills, you can realistically go off and get a job. You can get a job in social media marketing, or you can learn how to sell any kind of product that you want or service. And regardless of if you decide to join me in business or not, when you have the power to be able to sell anything you want on social media, you are secure. Your financial future is secure. Because let me ask you, what will happen if you got laid off your job tomorrow? And I made that mistake. I'm trying to think how many years it's been. 7 years ago. I went to work just like a normal Friday. I had a meeting invite on my calendar, and I went to the meeting. Well, actually, before we went to the meeting, what happened was we were, all the employees were there. I work in IT, so we're all talking. We're like, wait, do you have this meeting at 10? Do you have this meeting at 10? And we noticed that a majority of us were in the same meeting, but there were only a couple people that were in a different meeting. And we're like, okay. And we actually had a meeting the day before that we were bought by another company. So the writing was clearly on the wall. We knew what was coming. And Sure enough, we went to the meeting. There was HR, there was some other person, and they said, "Here's your severance package. You're being laid off." And I was not in the financial position to be okay with that at the time. And what happened? Yeah, I think I was unemployed for 6 months, got another job, and that was fine. 2 years later, my husband gets laid off. And it's like, "What is going on here?" And the problem is he's in his 50s at this point. So how many companies wanna hire people that are in their 50s? And how many people wanna hire 50 people in their 50s still earning the amount of money that they were once earning, right? Not many people. So that was a struggle. So the reason why I'm doing this business is because I work full time, my husband works full time, 3 kids in college. I need to have a safety net in the event that I get laid off. And I know it's coming because there are talks that we are going to be sold next year. So, maybe I won't get laid off, whatever. But I will be prepared if and when that happens, whether it's me or my husband. We will be prepared because with 3 kids in college and student loans and all that stuff, I cannot afford to not have an income coming in. How many of you are afraid? Let me know in the comments. If you're on TikTok, put a 1. How many of you are afraid that you might be getting laid off? And how many of you are financially prepared in the event that you might get laid off? Because it's a horrible, horrible situation to be in, especially when you don't expect it, right? And sorry, I want to. So I've TikTok and YouTube, and for YouTube, I want to keep moving my screen so they're not staring at the same thing the entire time. So what's great is if you have 0 following, 0 sales, 0 experience, we teach you step by step exactly what you need to do. And what's great about this business is you can realistically work around your full-time job doing this business. Now, let me just give you an example. I go to work sometimes in the office, and sometimes I stay home. I work from home. When I go into the office, when I'm driving in, I listen to trainings because, again, you're going to be learning a skill set. And in order to do that, you have to listen to trainings. And the best part is these trainings aren't overwhelming. They're nothing. It's like you listen to them and you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's like common sense, right? And so I go to work and I listen to some trainings. So now that I'm in a positive, good mindset, I'll create maybe 1 or 2 videos for TikTok. And then during lunch, my lunch break, instead of hanging out with coworkers and just, wasting time, I'll go to my car and I'll create maybe 1 or 2 TikTok videos, maybe even 3. When I drive home, I'm listening to more training. And then when I get home, before I even walk in the house, I actually start to um, I'll do a couple more videos if I haven't already done my 3 for the day. And the reason for that is because, as soon as you walk in the house, you got to say hi to everyone and, whatever, especially the dog. Can't forget the dog. So by the time I get home, my content is done for the day. And I haven't been consistent with going live. So that's definitely something that I need to work on and something that I'm going to start doing. And I I, after much consideration, looking at my schedule, it just makes sense that I will be going live 12 o'clock Eastern, Monday through Friday. Unless I have to go in the office, then I probably won't be able to go live, but maybe, I don't know, depends. And then I'll also on TikTok go live as well as, um, sorry, my daughter is texting me. Um, Go live at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully, I'm going to try those 2 times out and see if it works. And sorry, let me just see what my daughter needs. Oh, let's see. Sorry. Colors. Heavy. Sorry, 1 second. Family first, right? All right. Sorry about that. I'm back. Okay. Yeah. So my just moved my daughter in. She's in her a dorm that is actually an apartment, and she was showing me the laundry. She didn't know what setting to put the laundry in. So even though she's 10 hours away, she still needs me. So that's kind of cool. Um, sorry, I lost my train of thought here. What questions do you have about an online business? And do I did have a list of frequently asked questions, and of course, I don't have them right in front of me. Otherwise, I would go through them. And let me see here. And what the goal is, right, is for you to start to obviously make sales every single day. In the beginning, if you could even get one sale a week, if you could maybe earn anywhere from $100 to $900, uh, a week, would that make a difference? That would be anywhere from $400 to $3,600 a month. $3,600 a month would certainly pay for all your house expenses, as well as hopefully 2 car payments. What would your life look like if you were able to do that? Okay, so that's the start. Go through the training. Let's get you at least, one sale a week to start. And then the ultimate goal is for you to get one sale every single day. One $900 sale every day is $27,000 a month. Now, am I there yet? No. And the reason for that is because I haven't been consistent with my business. If you are consistent and work in this business every single day, you will have consistent sales. If you don't, then you won't. And it's just because summer, especially the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to get. I have 3 kids in college. 2 of them go far, far away. So, I got to get their furniture, get their, just get all their stuff. And they're 2 girls. So, of course, they need everything, right? So, yeah. So the beauty of this is when you go to your job, you get paid per hour. And, obviously, if you're salary, then you get paid for 40 hours a week, right? But what's cool about having a business, okay, actually, let me go back to the job thing. So when you work a job, you work your 8 hours, you get paid. If you don't work those 8 hours, you don't get paid. What's so cool about this business is when you create content on social media, whether it's a video on TikTok or on YouTube or a post on Facebook, on Instagram, LinkedIn, that content stays out there for people to find. I have videos on YouTube that I created years ago that people are still subscribing to my channel. People are still, you know, saying that they're interested in working in the business. And I haven't gone as far as to see, like, as far as sales, if they're, if people are from, years ago, from a video I created years ago. But what I can tell you is years ago when I did keep track of that stuff, I would create a video one day and I would literally get sales from that video a year later. It's crazy. So, what that means is when you get your business up to the point of you are in momentum mode, you can literally take a little bit of time off and the sales are going to keep coming in. Let me just give you an example. Years ago, when I was blogging and I had a YouTube channel, I created content every single day for 90 days straight. So, maybe the first month I made like 2 sales or something. Second month, I made more sales. Third month, I made even more sales. That third month, I took most of the month off, which not the brightest thing because when you're momentum, you don't want to stop. You want to keep going and just create that momentum even more. But it was summer, wanted to take the kids to the beach, whatever. So I took time off. I think it was the month of August. And I still made, I think it was 16 or 17 sales that month because I had created so much content on the internet that people were still finding. And I was able to make sales from that, from work that I had previously done. We talk a lot about, residual income, passive income, right? Because you make money when you're sleeping, make money when you're not actually working. Isn't that the ideal thing that we want? And, but no one ever talks about passive marketing or residual marketing. And, no one talks about that. And that's the beauty of having an online business because when you have everything set up right, you create your content, it stays out there. It stays out there and just stays out there for people to find weeks, months, and years, sometimes years to come. That's why in this business, you only need to really put in an hour or two a day, depending on your goals, right? Obviously, if you want to make more money, you're going to work more, right? But average is like an hour or two a day. And if you can put in that hour or two a day and get people through what's called your sales funnel, which we teach you how to do. And in fact, 95% of it is all done for you, which is amazing. And it is proven to convert. And when you have that set up, you can create that residual or passive income. When you have, so the way it works is we literally give you, let's call it, like I said, it's called a sales funnel. That is what we call like our automated sales funnel. So all you have to do, well, when you start, you kind of have to connect everything. But the writing's already written. We have emails that are already written. We have a sales page that's already written. And in fact, I urge you, if you haven't already done so, go to my website, workwithkimryan.com, and you will see exactly what you're going to get. Now, when you go to that website, I didn't create that. It was literally copy, paste, and it was created. which is amazing because 10 years ago, I had to create that stuff myself. Now, this system is proven to work. Now, what that means, it's proven to work and it's proven to convert. Because if you don't have a degree in marketing and sales, like I don't, I had to create that myself 10 years ago. I didn't have any like a template or anything like that. And oh, where was I going with this? I was going to um I hate when I lose my train of thought. Um anyway, while I'm thinking, if anyone has any questions, by all means, on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Ask me any questions you want. If you're watching the replay, definitely let me know in the comments where you are watching from and put replay because I'm always curious to see, who's checking out the replay. If you're on TikTok, let me know what questions you have regarding regarding the business. And oh, what was I going to say? I don't remember. Um Automate system. Oh, passive income. So what that means is, so let me tell you what happened this morning. I woke up, right? Check my email, $600 sale when I was sleeping this morning. $600. If you woke up to $600, would that make you going to your job a little bit easier? And I don't think I make $600 a day in my job. No, I definitely don't. So that's the kind of business that we have. And what's even better is we have a community of people willing and wanting you to succeed. I want you to succeed. If you decide to join this business, I will help you. I will sit with you. And what I like to do is group coaching, just small groups. Simply because I love when people ask questions and it helps someone else because maybe they didn't think of that question, right? And I love this community. We have a community of 36,000 people, and no, it's not saturated because there's 5 billion people on social media, okay? So it's definitely not saturated by any means. And we have a community of people that want you to succeed. And what's cool is I teach one way and you will be exposed to many different mentors, right? Because maybe what I say, maybe it doesn't hit home with you yet. But maybe if you hear it from someone else, then all of a sudden it clicks. And that's something that I learned when I started online, when I first started online, is even though people were kind of saying the same things, after hearing it maybe a couple different ways, that's when it really hit home for me. And that's when I started to really kind of comprehend things. So it's great because you not only have me, but most importantly, you have mentors that have made 6 figures in this business, 7 figures in this business. And when you have that kind of support, that kind of mentorship, and do I have the calendar on YouTube? I'm going to actually show the calendar here. So as you can see, we have, and okay, so we have 1 to 2 trainings every single week. And let me tell you, these trainings is the equivalent of purchasing a course. When you buy a course nowadays, courses are probably anywhere from $300 to $600, depending on the course. But what happens when you buy a course? A couple months, the course is outdated most times. And if the course is outdated, then what do you have to do? You have to buy another course. So there's another $300 to $600 that you have to spend. With our program, we give you new training every single week, sometimes twice a week, or maybe it is twice a week. Yeah, because I think we have the mentoring with one of the top earners every Monday, and then on Tuesdays, we have our Legacy Builder program. And the Legacy Builder program, well, let me start with the mentoring. First of all, the mentoring. Most times when these calls happen, sometimes they last 3 to 4 hours, and the reason that they last so long is because they literally stay online and answer every single question that someone has. They want your questions to be answered. And they will not get off the live stream until your question is answered. There is no business in the entire internet, I can guarantee you, that has mentors that will stay on the call for that long. It's amazing. Now, our Legacy Builder program, it's an interactive program. So what that means is, and I'll actually, oh, that's right. Community. Oh, and then since I'm here, if you have any questions at all, you can always put in the search bar what your question is, and people will be there to answer. Sorry, I'm just going to scroll down. So, where was I? Oh, Legacy Builder. So what that is, it's an interactive program. And what that means is it's live, it's a live program, live interactive, and you are placed in breakout rooms into smaller groups, and you can discuss the training. You can talk about the training. You can kind of go over, bounce ideas off one another. There's nothing online, whether it's a course or anything else, that even comes close to having an interactive training. Because what happens is when you buy a typical digital marketing course, you buy the course and you have to go through it on your own by yourself. There's no one to ask questions to, and you're on your own. So these trainings every single week is the equivalent of you buying a whole nother course. And it's crazy the amount of training that we get, as well as yeah, I gotta find, I thought I had the whole curriculum up, but I don't. But if you go to workwithcamryan.com, put in your email address, watch the video, then the next page you'll see everything that the program goes over, and you simply select whichever one makes sense for you. Now, I mentioned that I was going to go over real quick, because I have a faceless YouTube channel up, Your Faceless Empire, Faceless Marketing. We have 2 video trainings that are about, and this comes free with any program that you purchase. I think total part 1 and part 2, I think it is a 3-hour course, and you get a PDF with it. And in fact, let me pull up the PDF. Yeah, you get a PDF as well as additional, where am I? Okay, this is a video as well. And then this is a 44-minute video. So yeah, this one, hour and 12 minutes. And this is cool because this actually shows you where you can get your content from. And then part 2 is, okay, so this is only, so yeah, total, it's like probably, I don't know, an hour and a half of training. But this PDF right here, 71 pages long. And it's pretty cool. pretty detailed. And the goal of this whole thing is if you're new, we want you to get started. We want you to start the easy path, which is promoting the programs that are already done for you. When you make a sale, you make 100% profit. That's what got me. I'm like, wait a minute. I only have to work an hour or two a day, most likely like 2 hours a day. But the cool thing is you can spread that out throughout the day. And you make 100% profit, work whenever you have the time, and you don't have to wait. When you make a sale with other affiliate products, typically you wait about a month to get paid. With us, for your first sale, it might take a week to get paid. But when you start to make sales, you'll get paid into your payment processor, but the money will go into your account within like 2 days. And if you need money within 30 minutes, like this morning, when I made the $600 sale, I was like, oh, I can use this to pay a bill. And the money was in my account within 10 minutes. That's crazy to me. You make a sale, you can get money. You can get that money in your account within minutes. It's absolutely crazy. And that's what I love, because even with my job, I get paid every 2 weeks, right? How many times have you needed a little bit extra money before the next paycheck comes in? Right? Speaking of jobs, I should probably get back to work. TikTok, if you are interested, I will be going live again at 4 o'clock today, Eastern Standard Time. If you are on YouTube, today's Friday. So yeah, I should be live tomorrow. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe and or follow, and don't forget to go to my website, workwithkimryan.com. And if you have any questions, put in your email address, and then I'll send you an email, hit reply, ask me any questions, and I will get them answered for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you soon.